Right then, so there's been a lot of news that has come out from the UFC in the last 24 hours, and it is that Khamzat Chimaev and Conor McGregor are both out of their fights. Khamzat Chimaev's out of his fights against Robert Whittaker. Such a shame. I was really looking forward to that fight next week. Robert Whittaker will now be fighting Aliskerov, which will actually be which is still a tough fight for Whittaker as well, to be fair. And then we've got Conor McGregor out of his fight with Michael Chandler. I was quite excited for that one as well, to see McGregor back. But I think we could have an even better main event on our hands here with Alex Pereira versus Yuri Prohaska, the rematch. After that incredible first fight they had back in November, this is a massive fight. We've also got Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez on the undercard as well. Anthony Smith versus Carlos Ulberg as well. Again, I'm excited to see Ulberg absolutely destroy Anthony Smith. But yeah, overall, UFC 303 is a good, solid card, to be fair. That's a really exciting one now. But, I think I think UFC Saudi Arabia is good as well. But talking about Khamzat Chimaev and Conor McGregor, I think both guys are basically done. And with Khamzat Chimaev, especially as well, it's a shame because, we haven't even fully seen everything from the guy yet. He's like 11-0. We've still got a lot to see from him. And we're still waiting to see that real, proper, decisive performance from him. Because let's be real, the two opponents that he's fought who he's really stepped up against, Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns, it was a bit of a lackluster performance from Khamzat Chimaev. But yeah, I think Chimaev definitely won the fight. But it was pretty lackluster from Chimaev, though, in that fight. And I think we expected more. Kamaru Usman was in on 2 weeks' notice going into that fight. And it's we wanted to see more from Khamzat Chimaev there. And I do believe that if Usman and Khamzat fought on full training camps, then, Usman beats Khamzat Chimaev, in my opinion, with a full training camp. And overall, yes, Khamzat Chimaev's now apparently seriously ill. That's why he's out of the Robert Whittaker fight. And basically, ever since Khamzat Chimaev, had those COVID-19 problems and the issues with that and stuff, he just hasn't been the same. He's fighting every year and a half. And, Khamzat Chimaev's inactivity is not doing him any good whatsoever. It's letting the rest of the guys in the division just simply go way ahead of him. And it's not good because basically, look, if Khamzat Chimaev was able to beat Robert Whittaker, then, Chimaev would have been in for a title shot against Dricus du Plessis. Personally, though, I was thinking Robert Whittaker would have beaten Chimaev, though. That is what I was thinking. I was thinking Whittaker would have beaten, but it could have gone either way, though. But it's a shame. And inactivity and everything is really, really, really ruining Khamzat Chimaev. It's not good enough at all because recently he's been fighting once a year, once every year and a half. And, it looks like he could possibly be out for the rest of 2024 as well, which is not ideal for Chimaev whatsoever. He needs to be in there. And this Robert Whittaker fight was a massive fight for him to really fully prove himself. Because if you beat Robert Whittaker, then, you're on track to win a world title if you're able to get past Robert Whittaker. My man Bobby Knuckles, but I don't think Chimaev would have won the fight though. But as I said, it could have gone either way. But Chimaev's just, he's not. He's just ruining his career because he's inactive, and he seems to be having problems. You never know; these problems that he's having could eventually end up catching up to him in the octagon, as well as the inactivity that Chimaev's having as well. It's not ideal for Khamzat Chimaev. And he looks to be out for the rest of the year. And, it just gives other people in the division time, doesn't it, to keep on getting further and further ahead of him and for other people to take these title opportunities themselves. And, yeah, Khamzat's just... it's not his fault. It's not all his fault. Being inactive before this, yes. But, with this one, it's just really unfortunate for him, though. But, either way, it would have done him better if he fought more even before this. The guy is extremely inactive and he's, you know, taking years off the clock. You know, the guy's still a young guy, but, you know, he's taking his years off the clock. And eventually I feel like everything's going to start to be catching up with Chimaev. And he's not going to end up being what people thought he would be when he first started his career. But, you know, I feel like from day one, though, ever since after seeing that Gilbert Burns fight, it's like Chimaev was a hype job anyway, especially the Usman one, actually, because, you know, you need to be doing that better against Usman when Usman was literally not prepared at all going into that fight on 2 weeks. But, yeah. Anyway, next up, Conor McGregor. Out of his fight against Michael Chandler. Again, Conor McGregor, he's been out. So when he goes into that Michael Chandler fight, it will be officially over 3 years since his ankle break to Dustin Poirier in his last fight. And inactivity is screwing Conor McGregor over. And also, you look at it like, you know, that injury that Conor McGregor had on his ankle, you know, it's really, really difficult to come back from. You know, there's so many fighters who are not the same guy after an injury like that. Anderson Silva, for example. You know, you're not the same fighter. Conor McGregor is injured again, and like, you know, it looks like this fight's getting rescheduled for like September. But either way, though, you get injured and it's gonna take stuff out of you. It's literally the same situation as Chimaev. You know, you're getting injured, it's going to catch up with you, and you're not going to be the same guy. I think I thought this before the injury happened anyway. I've always thought Michael Chandler would absolutely knock out Conor McGregor badly. I feel like Chandler would brutally knock him out, especially now as well. These injury problems with Conor McGregor catching up with him, you know, partying at clubs, being on cocaine and all that, very clearly, by the way. You know, and look, I like Conor McGregor. I think he's a good, funny guy, and, you know, he's built the UFC to be what it is. McGregor's got a good story behind him. But let's be real. He fights Chandler, it's not going to end well for him at all. But yes, look, I get loads of people going to say, oh yeah, Chandler's been inactive as well. But Chandler's always in that gym grinding, though. Conor McGregor's not. That's the thing, though. Like, we all know what Conor McGregor's up to the whole time. And Michael Chandler's always in the gym going at it, and he's been preparing for Conor McGregor for so long. And look, if this injury isn't finishing off Conor McGregor's career, then Michael Chandler will win their fight. 100%, I am convinced of that. I hope I'm wrong. I would want McGregor to win, but with the lifestyle that McGregor lives and the lifestyle that Michael Chandler lives, it's clear who wants it more. It's clear who's been training a very long time for the fight and who hasn't. That's the thing, though. That's the thing. And injuries as well. Another injury for Conor McGregor. It's only just going to affect him even more, in my opinion, in a bad way. So, yeah, not good at all. Not good at all for Conor McGregor. Not good at all for Khamzat Chimaev. Yeah, not good for either guy. Well, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching. If you're okay, I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.